All right, so as I told you um, on the 3rd, January 3rd, so we're going to have an intersection right about this area. We actually had two intersections. This was a one, and this also was one intersection. So at this intersection, it was deciding to do something. It was an intersection of resistance, and it was deciding to, it could have dropped to this point, but I said that the other thing that would happen is that if it crossed into here at this intersection, somewhere at this time, around this intersection, a little before, a little after, it would, if it crosses up into here, then that's a buy signal, and it will use that as support, and you just keep buying, and that's what it did. You can see there's a retracement here, used this line as support, and it kept, and it just the price exploded on this side, um, as you can see here, for the last days. So we had two intersections here. It decided not to drop. It instead decided to cross up and use this as support, and you can see the retracement there is on the support, and it's just kept that way throughout the day. And the total price explosion was about 150 pips. So it impulsed down 150 this time, and it impulsed up 150 this time. So the rebalancing took place on this day, and then an impulse up took place on this day. So I think that this probably was a dip to get liquidity to buy, and it could be changing the direction for this downtrend into a buy. That could be what is going on, because as you can see, this is a middle balancing of the price here. But it continued downward. This would have been a middle balancing of the price. This definitely is not a middle balancing of the price. This is more like a reversal after a middle balancing. So this resistance here is essentially coming from this channel area here. But you can see that it definitely is trying to get above any previous recent resistance highs, but this is the main channel that of resistance, and you can see that the closing price is right at that channel, so which spanned about 3 days, for a total of about 48 hours. And also here you can see when you see the closing prices generally at the same price, and also today the closing price was at the same price. So this is a very thick level of resistance. So it did try to get into that. So we'll see if it keeps, if this is a change to a buy trend. So now today you can see that we've got the same thing. We've got this uptrend here, we've got this trend line here, and then we've got most of the trends here. So these trends, they act as support, and they also act as attraction, as attractors. So in other words, it means to, if we see all of these trends binded in this area, it means that this is a stronger attractor. So the more we have binded in this area, the stronger of an attraction it is. And of course, when it's attracted to it, then it acts as support. It has that effect, acting like support or resistance, depending on which side it chooses. So like I said, like most of the time when you have this weak trend line here, and then you have most of these other stronger attractions binded to each other, these stronger trends binded to each other, then probably what's going to happen is it'll stay under this weak trend line, and it will fall to the stronger binded trends. So you can be looking at a fall here, as long as it stays under this line. You're looking at a fall to about 70 pips. with this as the target. So alternatively, in the long term, you can also see that there's nothing up here. There's no target, not until up here, which is this is far out of range. So although in the longer term it should be going to that today, this will probably act as the bigger attraction. The support will act as the bigger attractor. And let's see, in 1 minute, you can see that this is definitely the attractor on the longer term, but this is a longer term goal, like I said before, and it will eventually work up to that. It's working up to rebalancing the price up to this price point, but for now, probably today it'll probably fall to this here. So that's what I'm looking at. Alternatively, the other thing that could happen is it just follows this price up the entire day, but I think that's unlikely. I would put my bets on that it falls to this price to target this price.